Hello and namaste to everyone. So I have made an effort to create content for the primary level kids, and the topic of my content is exploring the different resources in Nepal. This is going to be a very brief video just to give a gist of what the students know about the different water resources that is found in Nepal, and I hope this video will help them to get a brief idea. So let's move ahead. So moving ahead, we definitely need to have a learning outcome. So by the end of today's, after watching this particular video, students, they will be able to understand what is the significance of water resources in Nepal and how it is helping Nepal. Next is they'll also be able to identify the different challenges that is being faced by water resources in our country, and what ways, the different ways they can come up with to mitigate this particular challenge and to safeguard and protect the water resources. And they will also be able to explore the different ways to conserve waters so that the future generation does not have scarcity of water. Next, they will also be able to apply the things that they will learn from this particular content. Yeah, it's not going to be a very drastic learning, but at least they will learn some basic ideas about how they can uh, conserve the water and what role they can play to safeguard the water resources in the days to come. So let's move ahead. So yes, just to start off, my first topic is Introduction to Water Resources in Nepal. So I don't have many heavy literature. I just have some infographics and some very child-friendly displays. So one is, yeah, you must be surprised to hear that Nepal has over 6,000 rivers and tributaries, and we are also rich in lakes. We have around 660 lakes all over Nepal. Just to name some, there's Rara Lake, Fewa Lake. These are the names that you have been hearing. And Nepal is also a huge source of fresh water resource, since a lot of Himalayas lie in Nepal, and we have glaciers which uh, contributes to the freshwater resource. And by the way, Nepal is also the second largest in water resource. Okay, so if you look at this map of Nepal, you will see lot of rivers, tributaries, and distributed tributaries move. So through this map, you can just figure out like how rich we are in water resource. And one interesting fact that I would also want to share with you, besides being the second largest in water resource, Nepal is also known as a water tower of South Asia. Isn't it interesting? I hope most of you had not known about it. Okay, so just think for a while now. Why are water resources important? Let's just take a moment to think before I move on with my presentation. Okay, great. So I'm going to share some certain techniques, certain tips why water resources are important. One, definitely it helps in maintaining a, a proper biodiversity. Since Nepal is also rich in biodiversity, we have a huge range of flora and fauna, and they all depend on water for their survival. Next, yes, definitely we also need water for producing agricultural products through irrigation. And yes, we humans, we also need water to survive. Okay? So in a very simple way, it's used for drinking purpose. And it is also used for producing electricity through dams, which contributes to the economy of the country. So these are just few examples that I've provided, but you can think and explore more about it. Okay, now think how you use water in your regular life. So just think and share. You can comment later on. So let's move on to the next topic. Okay. So what are the different challenges the water resources are facing in Nepal? Definitely. One is water pollution. If you look at many sources of rivers that runs through the urban areas, you will see the drainage pipe, the sewage pipes that is being drained to the river and which pollutes the water, which means that it is not good for drinking or we cannot use that water for any other purposes. For a simple example, if you look at Bagmati River, so that things have changed and government is making an effort, but still, until and unless we are not aware about the maintaining the proper water pollution, then this is going to continue. And next challenge is global warming. Since I mentioned earlier that Nepal is a house to Himalayas and a lot of glaciers are there. Due to the global warming, the ice that is there in the glaciers are melting down, which might in future uh, lead to a scarcity of fresh water resource. So this is one sensitive issue that we all need to think about. Next is overuses of water. So we must learn to use the adequate number of amount of water properly. Whatever amount we need, we should be using it and not do over wastage of water. And definitely, even though Nepal is the second largest in water resource, there are many areas which still does not have a proper and adequate water facilities. So their access to water facilities is not equally distributed. Next. So what are the different methods of water conservation? So I'll share some few points. One is rainwater harvesting system. So it is, we can also, if you look at the picture, it looks very mega huge, but we can also make a rainwater harvesting system in our own houses, which can lead to the preservation of water and which we can use later on. Next is dams. So dams also helps in the water conservation process, even though it is the main purpose is to produce electricity, but it also contributes to water conservation. And we also have water treatment facilities where the polluted water is being collected and so they are being treated and again being reused for other purposes. And we also have different artificial reservoirs. So these are the four different ways where through which water can be conserved and preserved. And at the same time, you can also think about other different ways and explore. Okay, so I have a question for you now. So how do you conserve water at home and school? So just think for a moment. Okay, so you can comment later on this video on how you conserve the water. Okay, so lastly, but not the least, I have a project work for you. I hope you'll do it. So you'll have to now create a model which will demonstrate a water conservation method. It can be a rainwater harvesting system or water filtration. And you can use very simple tools which is easily available at home. That includes like cardboard, plastic bottles, and markers. And just to make things easier, I have also provided a link of one video. You can refer to this video and accordingly create your own model. Okay, it's a quiz time now. I hope you're ready for it. Let's go. So the first question is, what is the main source of water in Nepal? A, oceans, B, rivers and glaciers, C, lakes, D, underground tanks. So think for a moment for the correct answer. Okay, so let me provide you with the correct answer. So the correct answer is B, rivers and glaciers. I have next question for you. What is the purpose of hydropower in Nepal? One is to pollute water, B, to produce electricity, to irrigate farms, and D, to flood the rivers. So the last option is a bit awkward. Mhm. So just think for a moment. Okay, here you go with the correct answer. So the correct answer is option B, to produce electricity. I hope you have got both the answers correct. Okay, so we come to the end of today's session. So before I leave, I would want you to think about your role that you can play in protecting water today. So it is in your hand to ensure that you play a very crucial role in preserving and conserving the water resources, because you are the future for tomorrow. With this, I would like to sign off. Thank you and have a great day.